Alrighty, guys, Andrew Bopros here. I just want to do a real quick video on what Josh McDaniels is talking about as far as game planning against the Chargers week 1. And it really is going to be kind of a blueprint that I think a lot of teams are going to use against us moving forward. Having said that, I think we do have some tricks up our sleeves. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, guys. So obviously, in this article, it already talked quite a bit about this. The key to success, really, I think, is going to be Mac and Bosa. I promise you that's going to be really where we win and lose this game, in my opinion. One of the things that I really think about, really, I mean, you got Mac and Bosa, two of probably the best edge rushers in the game, right? They're going to both be very healthy. They're going to be very hungry. And we also know, guys, they have a very bad offensive line, right? They are literally doing all they can to sort of piece that together. They traded away Leatherwood. Well, they released Leatherwood, pardon me. And we're going to have to test them pretty hard, right? And the nice thing is you can continue to put pressure on Derek Carr. It will make it more difficult for him to make passes downfield. And that's a good thing for us moving forward. But again, when you got to Mac and Joey Bosa, it completely changes and dictates the way that you kind of have to change the game moving forward. One of the things that I do want to talk about is that first and foremost, I would say that the Chargers defense will determine whether we're going to win or lose this game 110%, right? Bottom line, when I think about it in my mind, no matter what, okay, we are going to score points, right? I don't see the Raiders defense as being that good. They're okay, but they're hoping that their offense can make up for the lack of defense. So if this is a shootout, it could be, right? And but I think we're going to be much better defensively moving forward. Still don't know a whole lot about J.C. Jackson. Word is probably not available, but I still think we have plenty of good covers that could go out there and do a good job against the wide receivers for the Raiders. Having said that, okay, what is this article really saying moving forward, right? Well, Josh McDaniels says it's really interesting, right? It's not easy. Two incredible football players. And guys, let's be very clear. We have completely revamped our defense this year, right? And, bottom line, right, we have a lot more options of coverage. You're going to see a lot of man. You're going to see a lot of too high safety. Again, we keep talking about the 5-1-5. I think you'll probably see that moving forward. One of the things that I will say also is our run stopping has to be crisp. Okay, we have not seen that obviously in the preseason games because our starters have not played at all. Sebastian Joseph Day, Austin Johnson, Morgan Fox. Morgan Fox played a little bit. But bottom line, if we could stop the run, life is good. We will be fine. We will be absolutely fine because then you're forcing Derek Carr to throw the ball. And those are more passing situations. And then you're automatically playing into exactly what Brandon Staley wants is the ability to crunch Derek Carr in the pocket. So, okay, what are they going to do, right? Derek Carr, and this is their game plan moving forward. I promise you this is pretty much all they're going to do. They're going to get the ball out fast, right? And I'm brought back to the thoughts that I had when the Chargers played the Patriots, and I think it was 2018, when Joey Bosa kept trying to hit Tom Brady. And Tom Brady just kept getting the ball out of his hands. So, he averaged about 1.5 seconds before he releases the ball. So, big part of that is, again, what Josh McDaniels says is you got to do a good job. There's no shortcuts on this one. Wide receivers have to be crisp on their routes. They have to focus on getting the ball ready to go so Derek Carr can actually deliver to them crisply. Again, if we can break up those routes and put some pressure in Derek Carr's face, we all know what happens to him. He does fall apart. He's not good under pressure in most cases. So, again, I will reiterate this fact. If we could stop the run, disrupt their passing routes, right? And that's a big part of what we need to really do. Jam people at the line, get aggressive, get in their face. Don't let them have a free release. I mean, Hunter Renfrow is fantastic in the slot. We know that. Again, we still don't know if J.C. Jackson's going to be back. Most likely not. So most likely will be Mike Davis. Maybe it'll be Asante Samuel. We're not quite sure who's going to be covering him this next week. But again, it's going to be interesting to see. So when you talk about the Patriots, again, Tom Brady was very good at getting the ball out of his hands quickly. And I promise you, and I've said this so many times, I think we probably talked about this 3 or 4 times on our podcast, that Josh McDaniels is saying to Derek Carr, if you want to live, get the ball out of your hands within 2 seconds, right? And that's about right. So again, that's going to be a big part of it as well, too. Again, it's going to be difficult, but I do think that we are up to the task defensively. But let me know what you guys think. Again, I'm talking about the defense right now. I'm probably going to go a little bit in the offense, probably on my next video, and then we're going to have our pregame and then postgame of the game. But let me know what you guys think. Is that a fair assessment of your thoughts on how we're going to play against Derek Carr defensively? Do you think that's exactly how the Raiders plan on playing us against us offensively? What are your thoughts? Let me know what you think down in the comments below. But as always, bolt up. It's Andrew, Bolt Bros here. See you in the next one.